Hello everybody, welcome to Studios Magnus. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my top 10 favorite LEGO Botanicals. So LEGO has been producing Botanicals for 5 years now. They've been producing them since 2021, and there have been plenty of Botanicals released since then. Now, it was actually kind of hard to find 10 different Botanicals that I like the most because there have been like 40 different Botanicals released since 2021, and also had to rank pretty much all 10 that I've picked for this video. But I think I've been able to do it, so without too much more talking, let's get into the list. So at number 10, we have set number 10370, the Poinsettia, and I don't know if I'm gonna be saying most of these names correctly or not, but this is a very cool looking flower. I do love the flower pot itself, that's cool. But now the leaves are actually very cool. I do love how the green leaves are made of like windscreen pieces, I believe that's what those are. And I love how the red leaves have like blades on them as well. That's very cool. And I do also love how there are some minions here used as well. So yeah, really this set has a lot of cool parts usage. And now I really quickly also just want to say that a lot of these Botanicals are gonna have some very cool parts usage, okay? Coming in at number 9, we have a much more recent set. This is at number 11503, the Flower Wall. So this is kind of interesting Botanical because it's basically like a bit of a frame that you're supposed to hang up, I guess. I guess that's how it works. And of course, this set does have some very cool parts usage, like always. For example, some of the flowers use axe elements, and even the Angry Bird's crown element, and even Wolverine claws. It's cool to see those as well. And overall, I just think it's kind of interesting to have a couple of flowers that are supposed to be hung on a wall. At number 8, we have set number 10369, the Plum Blossom. So this right here is kind of an interesting botanical, but I actually do think it's very cool. Love how at the end of the base they use Uniki's tail. That's a cool part usage. And this one also does use the Angry Bird's crown element, but this one also does use some sausage pieces as well, which is cool. And I do love the red coloring. That's cool to see as well. And you know, other than that, I don't have anything else to really say about this one. At number 7, we have set number 10343, the Mini Orchid. I believe is how you say it. So first of all, the base of this one also has Uniki tail pieces. Kind of interesting. And now, I do love the leaves at the bottom. I don't even know what pieces are being used there. Maybe it's like a windscreen piece or something like that. Not entirely sure. But I do love how it's kind of like bending outwards. I think that's kind of a interesting design choice there. And now the leaves themselves are kind of basic, but they do still look very cool. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this one. At number 6, we have set number 10329, the Tiny Plants. So this is a very fun little collection of various different plants. First of all, I do love how the smaller pots use the little basket piece, I guess is what it's called, for a bottom. That's cool. And I even love how I think those are roses, I believe, have clamshell pieces. That's cool to see. I even like how one of them, I believe that's a cactus, I don't really know the names of these, but I love how one of them has like some little stem pieces sticking out. And I even love the, I guess that's a chamber plant, I guess, I don't really know. But I also do love the one that's using like hat pieces, I believe, and the enough broomstick pieces as well. And there's also one that has brushes. That's very cool. So yeah, I definitely do think that this is a very nice small little collection of tiny plants. At number 5, we have set number 10313, the Wildflower Bucket. So this right here is a very interesting collection of flowers. But again, this one does use some very cool parts usages. For example, the big flowers have like hat elements in the middle, as well as paddle elements on the sides. That's very cool to see. Also love how there are some flowers that use like, I don't know, what is that, hatched egg pieces, I believe that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know, but there are also some flowers that have like captain's hats. That's cool to see. And yeah, I definitely do think that this is a very nice little collection of wildflowers. At number 4, we have set number 11509, the flowering cactus. So the base for this one is very cool. I do love how round it is. I do appreciate that. But the cactuses do look very cool as well. I do love the use of these little mini, I don't know what these are supposed to be. They're kind of like mini stem pieces, I guess. I don't really know, but I do love the little flower at the top that's poking out. And it even looks like it has like a little cogwheel at the top, I think. I don't know. But I do love the use of shell pieces around it. Cool to see that as well. So overall, I do think that this is a nice addition to the botanical collection. I mean, this only came out this year, so it is relatively new, but I still appreciate the fact that this thing exists. At number 3, we actually have one of the first botanicals. This is at number 10281, the bonsai tree. So what I love about this is basically the base it has. I love the little table thing, I guess is what it's supposed to be. I don't really know. But I do love the middle of the vase where you have a bunch of 1x1 round plates around it. But what I really love is the fact that you can actually change around the leaf colors. So you basically can have a standard green tree or a cherry blossom tree. I do think that's actually a nice touch as well. So yeah, I definitely do think that this is a very cool original botanical. At number 2, we have set number 10309, the succulents, I believe is how you say it. Now, from the looks of it, it looks like this whole base can kind of be rearranged into however you want it to look like. Which I do think is kind of an interesting approach for a set. But as for actual flowers itself, there's one that has like egg pieces all around it. And there's even one that has a bunch of spikes. That's kind of crazy as well. But yeah, I do think that this is one of the more unique botanicals that has been released. So because of that, this is very high on this list. And at number 1, my favorite botanical of all time so far has to be set number 10349, the Happy Plants. So this right here is kind of creative. It's basically 2 small plants that are supposed to be happy pretty much. And I do love how the feet are built, and I love how one is basically sitting down. But the arms are definitely very cute to see as well. And the plants that are sticking off the top do also look very cool as well. So because this is kind of creative, and even though it's a bit small, I definitely do think that this right here has to be my favorite botanical that LEGO has released. No questions asked. But anyways, that was basically it for this video. Those were my top 10 favorite botanicals that LEGO has made so far. And now LEGO will definitely continue to put out botanicals. So maybe I'll make an update to this video a couple years later. We'll have to wait and see about that. And by the way, let me know down in the comments below what your 10 favorite botanicals are. Or really just what your favorite botanical in general is. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys feel, make sure to leave a like, and make sure to subscribe to this YouTube, and hit that bell notification button so that you're notified when I upload a new video. So see you now, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.